Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a craft, an amazing craft video. If you all love, watching birds out in your yard, then you are going to love this next craft. The last bird inspired craft I did was the hanging bird bath. So if you haven't seen that, I will link it in the description box. Today, we are making a bird fountain. Yes, a bird fountain. The channel that I found this idea is called Robbie and Gary Gardening Easy. And I will link their channel in the description box as well. So, what are you going to need to make this amazing bird fountain? You are going to need a bowl of some sort. I chose a glass bowl, but I believe in the video, Robbie used a plastic bowl. You are going to need a plastic tumbler cup that comes with the straw. Now, let me just say, not all straws are created equal. Now, in her video, the straw that came with her cup just so happened to fit perfectly with the little pump setup that she had. However, the straw that came with my cup, the end was not big enough around. So I switched it out with one that was. Now, if you run into this problem, you are going to need a piece of plastic tubing, which is about the same size as a drinking straw. I bought mine at like Home Depot or something. I had bought a whole bunch of it because I had fountains in my yard. But I believe you can buy it on Amazon, eBay, anywhere. Just plastic tubing to adapt, the end of your straw to your pump. Pump, yes. You are going to need a solar pump unit. One that plugs in and has a long cord that you can unattach. I got mine on Amazon, and I will put the link for this pump in the description box. It also comes with different heads that you can attach to get a different effect that comes out of the top of your fountain. So, what I was saying is her straw happened to fit perfectly over this part of her pump. Mine did not. It was not big enough around. So like I said, I did switch it out. You are also going to need a twig. A twig. Also, you are either going to need a soldering gun or a hot glue gun. Now, I have both plugged in. I wanted to see which would work better. And you'll find out why in just a second. So, all right. Let me move my bowl out of the way. So, she said that you could put your cup inside your bowl in two ways, obviously. You can either put it in right side up like that, or she suggested putting it with the wide part down in your bowl because it's steadier, because it's wider at the bottom. So you could do it either way that you would like. I'm going to do it the way she said. So now this is going to become the top of my fountain. Okay, so the bottom of the cup is now going to be the top of the fountain. So this is what we are going to do. Let me turn the camera down and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, yay! All right. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is make a hole in the center of the cup, the bottom of the cup, which is now the top. So you can either use the soldering gun or my glue gun gets very, very hot. And it has a larger tip than the soldering gun. So I thought I would give that a try. I mean, it does take time because this is a very thick plastic. But it is starting to make a hole. An indentation, and I'm just turning it so that it's even, and I'm just holding it on there. We're getting there. We are getting there, but like I said, it does take a little bit of time, and I just wanted to see which would be better, the glue gun or the soldering gun. All right, so now let me just try. I just want to try this because I want to see. Oh, this works much better. But it does stink, so you might want to do this outside because this is plastic. And I just want to make sure. Woo-wee! All right. So, we have our hole. Now, I want to test to see if my straw is going to fit in here okay, but I'm waiting till this cools down a little bit because I don't want to melt my straw. So, take the bottom off of the cup. Oh, it's got to be a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I actually should probably do it from the inside. It really does smell. Okay, so we're going to let this, we're going to let it cool off for just a second. Okay. Then we'll try our straw out. Okay, so now we have it where it goes through nicely. And if you wanted to, you could smooth out this plastic. I'm not going to, only because I'm in the house and the fumes from the plastic do kind of stink. So, all right, so we have that done. Trying to get the little strands of plastic off of my cup. Okay. All right, so that is done. So now, the next step that we're going to have to do is we are going to have to make a hole in the side of the bottom of the cup so that we can feed our cord through from our pump. So we're going to need to make the hole big enough to fit this part through the cup. So, we're going to turn our cup sideways and we're going to, wow, this thing really works fantastic. I can't even believe it. But I need to make sure that it is bigger than that so that I can fit the whole thing through there. So I just keep kind of going around and around. All right. So I'm going to let that cool. See that? I'm going to let it cool before I put the end of that through because I don't want to ruin anything. Also, while we're waiting for this to dry, we want to make some like marks in the top of this so that the birds have something to grab onto with their little feet. So I'm just going to take the soldering gun and I'm just going to kind of make like little scratch marks. So the birds have something that they can grab onto with their feet while they're having a little bath. And I'm just kind of going in different directions, just trying to make it, you know, rough. Okay? So that's what I have done. All right. So I am going to put my straw through here. Well, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do this first. So what we're going to do is, let me undo this, the pipe cleaner. Yeah, okay. The twist tie off of the cord here. And let me just stretch this cord out. All right. So we are going to attach our straw to the end of the pump. Then we're going to feed it up through, okay, so that it's into our cup. Now, I'm going to take the end of our plug and I'm going to feed it through. Hopefully this fits. Oh, almost. I got to do it a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Yeah, this is definitely something you want to do outside. If I'm a little punchy in a little while, you'll know why. Hopefully I don't damage my lungs. I had no idea it was going to be that stinky, so to speak. All right, now let's see if this will fit through. There we go. All right, so now we're just going to pull all of our cord out. And now we can put back on the lid. Okay. So there we have that. Just going to plug it back into here. Now, if you want your straw shorter, which is probably a good idea, then we're going to need to cut it because that's pretty long. And I forgot to bring something to cut this with. Gee, I don't even know what I should cut it with. Maybe I should just go through it with, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, while I ponder that idea, what I want to do is I would also like to add a perch. I'm going to think of the word on here for them to stand on. But, of course, you can't put it directly through the center because the straw is in the way. So you're going to have to offset it just a little bit. So you're going to kind of look at your you're going to kind of look at your, and try to figure out about where to put your hole. So you want to give yourself enough clearance for the stick to go past the straw. So I'm going to do, let me see, one hole here. Okay, and of course this is the end that has the darn nubs on there that don't want to go through, so I'm going to have to make it a little bit bigger. Let me take this off. Okay. Okay, so now you're going to look, and you're going to look to see where your straw is hitting on this side now. I mean, not your straw, your stick, so that you know where to make the other hole. Or we could go like that. Now we're going to go like this, straight across. Straight across like this. Okay, now let's see if we can get our straw to go through, or not our straw. Why do I want to keep saying straw? Our branch. And it's because of these darn knots that are on these sticks that I have. I'm going to have to make... I don't know why I couldn't find a branch that didn't have these little knots. Because now I'm going to have to make the hole bigger on this side. Dang it all. Come on, get in there. Nope. Don't want to go through. Oh, good. I just knocked the knot off. Now it'll go through. Let me bring it through here. Just got to work with it until you can get your stick to go through. All right. Now we have our perches. And hopefully, you know, they're not going to go anywhere. They are moving a little bit. But hopefully it'll be fine. Okay, so now I remembered when I was watching the video that Robbie just cut her straw with a pair of scissors. So see if it worked. Look at that, it worked. It worked. And if you want to, you can sand the top of the, the top of the straw a little bit so that it's not rough or anything. Let me move this up a little so you can see. There we go. Okay, so we have our perch, and I think, and what you can do is, because I had thought maybe I would put a little glue here, but if it should break or anything and you want to switch it out with a new twig, then you're going to run into some issues. But I could probably just put a teeny tiny bit of glue, just a little bit on the one side, just to hold it into place. We'll let that sit. We'll let it sit for just a second. And guys, that's it. So as soon as this glue dries, I'm going to put the lid back on my glass. I'm going to put it in the bowl and put some water in the bowl. And we are going to check this out. I am so excited. I cannot wait to try this. So before we take a final look at the finished product, I just wanted to add a couple of FYIs. Now, if you need to use this plastic tubing, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to run extremely hot water over the end that you're going to attach to your pump to heat up the plastic and make it very hot and pliable, so that you'll be able to push it onto the adapter on your pump. This is very, very stiff, so it definitely needs to be heated up in order for it to expand enough to fit over the pump, the part on your pump. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Also, if you wanted to, in the bottom, once you put your cup inside your bowl and put your water, if you wanted to, you could make this really beautiful by adding some of those gorgeous colored glass stones that you have left over from your bird bath that you made after watching my video. You could add those around the bottom inside your bowl as well to add more sparkle and color. That would look really, really pretty. The only problem with that is when this is sitting out in the sun, you get algae, and then the algae gets on the stones, and then you're going to have to clean your stones off when you clean your bowl. That's the only problem with that, but it does look really, really pretty. So, without further ado, we will turn the camera and show you our finished fountain. Well, guys, here is the finished product. You might notice I have a different color straw in there. Long story, not going to get into it. But anyways, I added some pretty stones. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just love it. I hope you guys give this a try.